Hey, it is Ryan Seacrest. There's something so thrilling about playing Chumba Casino. Maybe it's the simple reminder that with a little luck, anything is possible. ChumbaCasino.com has hundreds of social casino-style games to choose from with new game releases each week. Play for free anytime, anywhere for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This time of year, a good hoodie is absolutely essential, but it's tough to find one that will last through the season. That's why the American Giant Classic Full Zip Hoodie is made to last a lifetime, so you can count on it to bring you comfort and warmth year after year. Slate Magazine called it the greatest hoodie ever made, and from cotton to zipper, it's made right here in the USA. With timeless style, heavyweight fleece, a double-lined hood, and reinforced elbow patches, you can depend on it for years to come. Snag the hoodie that will bring you comfort for life, the American Giant Classic Full Zip, and save 20% off your first order at american-giant.com when you use code CLASSIC24 at checkout. That's 20% off your first order at american-giant.com, code CLASSIC24.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to 2024 in Review, a look back at some of the most compelling conversations and stories of the year from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers Podcast.
This is the Hidden Killers Podcast with Tony Brueski.
Featuring author, psychologist, and daily contributor, Siobhan Scott.
Picture this. Your child, or someone in general, comes to you, but more specifically, your child comes to you and says, you know, I need help. I'm not feeling right. Things aren't going well at school. I don't really think that I'm feeling the greatest. There's something mentally going on here. Literally writes it out for you with illustrations of shooting his classmates. Yeah, I need help. Help me, in bold letters. If you're a parent, if you're just someone who cares, if you have a pulse, the reasonable response would be, okay, what can we do to get you help? What was the response of Ethan Crumbly's parents? What kind of help did they give him? They bought him a gun. Not exactly help one needs when they're fantasizing about executing classmates or themselves. But that's what happened. And now James Crumbly, dad, one of the two parents who got those messages and thought, mental health help, medication, something. No, gun. Gun is the best idea. He's on trial for that very decision that was made. Siobhan Scott, psychotherapist and author, joining me to discuss. It's really kind of cut and dry, I think, of just how irresponsible the parenting was here.
Yeah, if there was ever a case of gross negligence, which is what they need to prove to get an involuntary manslaughter conviction, this is it. This is it.
Yeah.
It's, as I've said, it's equivalent to taking a depressed 15-year-old, giving him a couple bottles of liquor and handing him the car keys and say, go out and have a fun night. You know, it's just really hard to believe how people can be that negligent.
It is, especially when it is just so clear cut on what happened here. This isn't a case where the kid was, distant, but, put on a fairly positive facade and maybe you didn't see it coming, or they're really involved with their friends or a different thing. You're like, oh, let them be them. This is right in front of them, literally with the illustrations even of just how troubled he was. And yet they didn't do anything to help him. There's arguments that are going to be made that, well, the counselor or the school said, well, let him be here. It's fine. But is that really strong enough to dismiss the lack of parenting when your son is coming to you and saying these things and doing these things?
Yeah, I don't think that it's a strong enough case at all. We hold parents criminally accountable when there is a death to their child that results from neglect, and I think of those religious families who believe in faith healing. And so the kids die of sepsis or diabetes because they won't give them insulin. We hold parents accountable when people die. And when mental illness, and this kid clearly had mental illness, he was psychotic. When that is ignored, I don't think there's any doubt that there's criminal culpability.
What I wonder here a little bit is there mental illness with the parents? And would that be taken into account? I don't know. We haven't really seen a whole lot of it. I do kind of, I don't know, just on the surface question it a bit, especially with James, who is on trial right now. But, if there is something there, would that be taken into account on his, I guess, lack of appropriate response?
Yeah, there certainly wasn't with the mother. I mean, I think we had enough evidence that she functioned very well in work and, was out on her horses and functioning well. Her unusual sexual practices, were different, but I don't think it was indicative of mental illness per se. The father, we don't have any evidence about that yet. And is that something that they could introduce as a mitigating factor? Yeah, they could try it. They'd have to really prove it, but that's possible.
I guess it's so frustrating. Just, as I described it at the very beginning, someone's pleading for help and you buy them a gun. It doesn't seem to make any sense. I know one of the other, points that they're going to be trying to make here about James is, he was depressed. He was in a bad place. He had recently lost his job. He's doing DoorDash and he was trying to provide. He was trying to do, what he could for his family. That's the angle. And it looks like he was trying to do that. But at the same point, just making horrible decisions or not being remotely present. I think it's not even about being present in this because he was aware of what was going on. He literally, in one of the texts, and this is probably going to be the nail in the coffin for him, is telling his son to suck it up and take some pills when the son came to him.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think is just striking, which came out yesterday, in the opening statements from the prosecution, is that the gun came with a cable lock system. And not only was it not used, it had not been taken out of the package. So, put it in a gun safe that's unlocked. You have another locking system. You fail to use it. I don't think that depression accounts for that kind of poor judgment. I think to really have a mental health factor weigh in heavily, it would have to be he was psychotic and clearly not grounded in reality, where depressed people are still grounded in reality, you know?
Is this another one of those cases where it's too hard, and I'm saying that kind of in air quotes, too hard to deal with reality of, oh my God, my son really might have some serious mental health problems and it's better to look the other way or pretend that it's not happening. I mean, I think we see it quite often where parents are oblivious or willingly oblivious.
Willingly oblivious.
Because they don't want to have that kid. They don't want their kid to be the one that needs some help or has some sort of problem. So rather than get them help, they just carry on as if this is a healthy, normal child who could handle a firearm or something of that nature. Yeah. Denial
is a human problem that shows up over and over in all settings, and I think parents who are very focused on themselves and very self-centered, it's serving them as a defense mechanism to not recognize the things that are right in front of them. But again, that doesn't indicate a break with reality. And they're still, I think, legally responsible for this.
And I think you said it really good right there was it's serving them, not anyone else. Reality, the child that they're supposedly caring for and loving, and everyone else around them be damned. It's serving them in that purpose, which, that kind of gets into narcissism and things of that nature. But again, then it doesn't absolve you of responsibility because you're willingly making that choice, correct?
Definitely on some level, you're choosing not to see the obvious there. And we can look at so many kinds of crimes, people who repeatedly drive drunk, what are they thinking? But they're not psychotic. And so there's still that level of on some level, you're in reality enough to know what you're doing here, and you are responsible.
Sick of the ads?
We are too.
Start listening with no commercials now and get access to all of our episodes in advance of everyone else.
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Sign up now.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Every day when you log into ChumbaCasino.com, the ultimate online social casino, you get a free daily bonus. Imagine if you got daily bonuses in other parts of your life.
I chose French fries over loaded French fries.
I asked Stuart from accounting about his weekend, even though I don't care.
I updated my operating system without having to call tech support.
Collect your free daily bonus at ChumbaCasino.com now. And live the Chumba life.
VGW Group. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18 plus.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? If you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. Choose from hundreds of social casino style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses. So don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. And now I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free and each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather, now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply.